Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors. Big thank you to our guest, who was Regian Reese, talking short mat bowls ahead of that big competition that's coming up at Heatherton on the 2nd and 3rd of December. Exciting that, and Regian, brilliant advocate for his sport. In just a sec, we will make some sense of what's been happening in the Tottenham-Chelsea game, and that will lead us on to talking a bit about VAR and some of the decisions from the weekend, because it's been absolute chaos in that match. But Fraser, let's just do indoor cricket first. And you've got some results for us, haven't you, from the latest round?
That's right. Division 1 continuing yesterday. Got them here. Pembroke Cricket Club 106 for 3. They were beaten by my boys, Clanrian, 107 for 5. My debut waits another week. So Neyland, of course, strong favourites, reigning champions, 133 for 2. They come to beat Pembroke Dock 72 all out. And then Neyland B, actually 88 for 4 against Hook. Hook chased that down well, 89 without loss. So yeah, those 3 games there, and then Division 2 games going on tonight as well. So that tournament's in full flow. Expanded tournament this year, and teams are buying into it, to be fair. Pembroke B have beaten Neyland C in the opening game tonight.
Excellent. Yeah, expanded tournament. Good to see that and more teams taking part as well. We like to follow the indoor cricket. We'll continue to do that over the next few weeks on Pure West. Another sport we mentioned last week, Gordon, you mentioned some lads from Pembrokeshire representing Wales in pool, didn't you? And actually, that got a bit of a talking on Facebook. There was a few of them tagged. They're still going strong in that tournament as well.
Yeah, apparently Scott McQuarrie, who's one of the boys from Haverfordwest pool section, has reached the quarterfinals of the singles, which I think is being played today. So hopefully Scott has done all right. I think the other lads have done okay in the team game as well. I think we're sitting 4th in the table. Some team, England at top, with England 3rd and Ireland 2nd and Wales 4th. But we've done very well. Fair play, and you never know. It's not over until it's over, Ben.
No, it could go right to the wire.
It's quite interesting, actually, on the North Pembrokeshire pool page. Mike Jones, the organizer there, has found links and streamed some of the matches. So quite a few of the boys back here, having Rob Walters in particular, been supporting him on his matches. So.
That's great, isn't it? It's great to see that be able to see these games live.
Oh yeah. Good exposure for both leagues.
You said last week, actually, the two of you, that there is quite a pool community in North Pembrokeshire. Really good for pubs as well, because it gets people in and taking part. And it's quite competitive, yeah?
Yeah, very much so. Haverfordwest and the North Pembrokeshire League are both competitive high standard leagues, to be fair. Yeah, you're right. It is very competitive, and there's a big turnout. There's a big number of teams involved in both. So yeah, great for pubs, and it is a niche sport which maybe goes under the radar a little, but it's getting some positive publicity in Pembrokeshire now, that's for sure.
Well, I do think we'll have to get the lads on when they get back from Malta, because if anything, just to shed some light on how the scoring system works, because Tom posted some of the results for us into our WhatsApp group, so we could talk about them, and I can't make sense of the scores, to be honest. So you got 21-4, 16-9. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. So we'll have to get the lowdown on that and find out what the experience is like of representing Wales in that pool tournament in Malta. So good luck to the lads, and we'll continue to follow that. Come on then, Fraser. I left my iPad downstairs, so I've not seen the first half of Tottenham Chelsea. I did think we'd do a bit on VAR to finish the show, but what's gone on?
Well, since you put your iPad down and Spurs were 1-0, VAR has ruled out 3 goals, having already ruled out a Spurs goal earlier as well. But there was a potential penalty in the build-up to the disallowed goal, which they then went back for, and that saw your man Romero sent off there at the back. Chelsea have scored it. It's now 1-1, and we have 12 minutes of injury time in the first half. So VAR is having a blinder. It's dominating proceedings.
12 minutes of injury time, and Brennan Johnson started as well, so that a Welsh interest for Tottenham today. He's come off because of the Romero red card, and Eric Dyer's on for his first of the season. I was going to talk about VAR. I'll catch up on the Tottenham game when we're done, but then the first half is still going to be going, I think, the way we're going with 12 minutes injury time. We saw a Manchester United goal disallowed for, I think they called it a subjective offside, where the referee went over to have a look at the screen, and we saw an unbelievably bad decision. I thought the Newcastle Arsenal game, the decision to let the Newcastle goal stand was as bad as that Tottenham Liverpool game with the offside that wasn't. Gordon, in fact, first, what did you think of some of those VAR decisions this weekend?
You just have to go with it, don't you? There's nothing we can do and argue about it. You can argue till the cows come home, as they say. But once a decision is made, you have to respect the decision, and that's it. VAR is here now, so it doesn't really need a discussion, Ben, because once the decision is made, that's it.
With an offside, though, surely
it's offside. If
either
you're
it's offside or it
by
isn't.
VAR, you're offside. They're not going to change their mind, are they? The United goal, I thought it was close, but it's been given, and that's it. Until they decide to get rid of VAR and go back to the old format of just having the referee and the linesman, it obviously impacts in the game is full of passion and everything. You're taking the moments away when that happens. That's what I don't like about football at this moment in time. Rugby has got it off to a T. We spoke about that earlier. You got the referee talking, and you can hear the guys in the studio talking. With football, it's like a secret society. Nobody knows what happens until the referee actually makes the decision after about 5 minutes of discussion, which nobody knows what they're talking about.
What's the answer then, Fraser?
I think it does need tweaking. You need some kind of consistency, don't you? It's not easy to get if you have different officials, because different officials means different interpretations on each job. But you look at the calls. 1 week we're told that beyond reasonable doubt this year it's going to be goals chalked off, and then you see the United game where they seem to give the goal and there seemed to be a lot of doubt, and then it was still chalked off. There's been faults. I think Howard Webb, to be fair, is working at transparency and ironing out those faults, but there is certainly need to make the system more efficient, because it is spoiling spectacles at times. It is taking a lot of emotion out of it, and it's also prolonging the amount of time you spend watching games as well.
Yeah,
Fans in the stadium, you got 12 minutes of injury time.
I'd like to know.
I don't think there is a set answer though, Ben. The horse is bolted.
Yeah.
They've gone with
I'd like to know how they're doing in other leagues as well, in Europe. How are they managing that? I don't see those games, so I don't know what's going on.
You don't seem to hear as much commotion about it.
You don't?
Sure.
No.
But
no, you don't.
The horse is bolted. They've decided upon it. It won't be going away. They'll be keeping it. They won't spend the millions to bring it in, and not so people calling for it to be scrapped. I think that's futile. It is here. We have just got to get on with it, and we do have to have maybe improvements to it if we can as well.
And the Newcastle goal that was given? They checked 3 separate things in the goal, didn't they? They checked whether the ball was out, whether it was a foul, or whether it was offside. Now, for me, the ball was clearly out, and I still can't understand why VAR didn't agree. That didn't even look debatable, that one. I called it in real time. I thought the ball was out. Did you not?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a very strange one.
For me, the answer is VAR is here, as Gordon said, as you said, Fraser. It's here. It's not going anywhere. So how about we just do it better?
100%.
Let's just do
100%.
it better. The Liverpool goal that was disallowed was the absolute shambles. Happens again at the weekend. I'm not one to defend an Arsenal decision.
It's dominating weekend headlines. And that's for sure. That's the shame. Although, we're talking about discrepancies in rules. We also had someone timed out in the Cricket World Cup today. Did you see that with Angela Matthews?
No, I didn't see that.
We did.
Incredible. So took longer than 2 minutes to get to the crease, or 2 minutes to set himself. Bangladesh appealed, and he had to go.
There you go.
First time ever, I think, in international cricket, a batsman has been timed out. It was to do with he couldn't get his helmet on properly. The strap was broken, and someone said actually, well, why didn't he not just go out to bat?
Yeah, get to the crease and say,
and
look,
then say my helmet's broken. I don't know why he messed about with it. He could have got round it. But Fraser, were they right to appeal? Were they right to do that? Do you think?
I thought it was terrible. I have to be honest with you. Had he been dragging his feet and taking 3-4 minutes, he was sitting in the stands, I would have seen that. But he got there in time and then realised that there was a problem with his helmet. He was there. It was a legitimate error on his part. And he said it himself afterwards. The umpires' then hands were tied, of course, because the appeal went in. They asked Bangladesh if they want to withdraw the appeal. Bangladesh said no. That's real cutthroat stuff. But you talk about
cricket, isn't they?
You talk about common sense prevailing. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I have to be honest.
First time in international cricket. Has that ever happened locally, chaps? Can you remember a batsman being timed out?
No, absolutely not. I'd be amazed if it's ever happened in Pembs cricket. I'll be honest with you.
That's an interesting point, that, isn't it?
We certainly don't time batsmen when they're walking in.
You've not been stuck eating your sandwiches, Fraser, or anything like that.
No. I've been stuck waiting for a game to start.
Just on England final game is against the Netherlands. They actually have to win to, never mind this tournament, but to qualify for the Champions Trophy, which is unbelievable. Otherwise, they're going to have to go through some qualifiers, and they could go to places like Iceland if they have to qualify for that. Will England beat the Netherlands in their final game?
They've got a bat better. Netherlands aren't a bad outfit, and they've got things so badly wrong, and they look so disjointed at the moment. Netherlands have their tail up; they're having their best World Cup ever, and England look shot. To be honest with you, I wouldn't guarantee it.
Yeah, confidence is low in it. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Okay. Probably one for another show. But the only other bit of reaction I'll get from the two of you, Eddie Jones today ruled himself out of the British and Irish Lions job. Are you okay with that?
It's a shame, really, isn't it?
It'd be tremendous value.
It would have been great value. Yeah.
It would be tremendous value.
Yeah.
It would have been good, wouldn't it? Listen, we are going to have to go. Thank you very much, Gordon. Thank you, Fraser. Enjoyed your company. Thank you as well to Tom Dyer. You can watch the interview with Ridgie and Reese again. Don't forget that Short Mat Bowl's coming to Hedderton on the 2nd and 3rd of December. I'm off to make sense of, I thought the second half of Tottenham-Chelsea. I think the first half still got about 10 minutes to run. So
Whistle's just gone, mate, at 8:57.
You've got time to have a cup of tea and then it'll be on, mate.
Yeah, I might get timed out on my way down. Thank you very much, chaps. We're back again next week. It's the Red Thread with Tim Cooper next on Pure West Radio. Good night.
Inspiring confidence. Embrace